AITA for refusing to share my inheritance with my father's new children? My father is an only child. My grandmother and grandfather were kind of disappointed with how he chose to live his life after high school. He wasted a bunch of his time and their money pursuing courses of study he didn't have any real interest in. They made sure he graduated debt-free and then left him to his own devices. When he married my mom, they helped pay for the wedding and gave them the down payment for their home. My mom and dad then spent the next 20 years goofing off. When I was born, I was pretty much given to my grandparents to raise. My maternal grandparents helped as much as they could, but they are back in Argentina. So I was basically raised as my dad's little brother, not as his kid. My grandparents came to my parent-teacher meetings. They attended my sporting events. They were my parents. My biological mother passed away when I was 12. I found out weeks later since my dad didn't bother telling anyone. When I was 25, my grandparents got taken within 2 months of each other. My grandfather went last, and in his will he left my dad $50. He left the ASBCA $50,000. I got the rest. They had already paid for my education. I thanked them and was planning on paying them back once my career got going. Now I have a huge old house and a rather nice nest egg. I'm 35 and my fiancée and I are about to start our family. My dad calls me out of the blue and says he has remarried, news to me, and that his wife is expecting. I congratulate him, not knowing what else to do. He said that obviously my grandparents would want their grandchildren to share equally in their estate. He said I need to talk to the lawyers and see about setting up a trust fund for this new kid and any future kids. I said that I was not splitting my inheritance and that it was his job as a parent to provide for his children. He tried saying that his parents hadn't provided for him. I asked him about his debt from 7 years of university. I asked about the money for his wedding. I asked about his mortgage. I asked him if he could please provide me with information about how much he paid towards my education. How much he helped me when I bought my first home. What he gave me towards my wedding. For the record, he got us a sweet stand mixer. He said that he didn't have the kind of money his parents had. I asked him how much he earned at his job. He said that he worked to live and not lived to work. That was something he always said to my grandfather. It really hit home with me. He has spent his entire life on easy mode. I told him that if he is a competent father and his new kids finish high school, I will help them get an education. He said he needs money now. I asked why my unborn half-sibling needed money. It turns out my dad hasn't been paying his taxes. I offered to buy his house and rent it back to him. He said I was being an asshole like his dad and trying to control him with money. My wife is with me, but she thinks I was harsh. And that his kid deserves a leg up.